Hello, this is Shannon. This is my Task 5 collaboration that I've done with Frankie Proctor. I'm just going to talk through what I've done with the collaboration. So, I collaborated with Frankie Proctor using a range of different software, and I analysed how each software was used, commenting and suggesting on improvements. So first of all, we went to use TitanPad. Later on in this presentation, I'll discuss what I thought of TitanPad. We discussed tasks 1 to 4 using this. We then used Dropbox. It's kind of similar to OneDrive and Google Drive, again discussing tasks 1 to 4 and commenting on the software used. OneDrive was the final software that we used. It was probably our favourite. We shared and collaborated, but we did not collaborate with Prezi using OneDrive. Finally, the final task that we shared together was called Prezi, which is what I'm using today to show this presentation. We then discussed what we thought of it over email, and we could also comment on our Prezi on the actual presentation itself. So that's everything that I'm going to discuss today. I'll now go in and start to show you the emails that we used with Hotmail. So here is my Hotmail account. It can also be called Outlook. This Microsoft Outlook can include things like OneDrive, and also you can use Office 365. We emailed to start with, collaborating together. So first I'm just going to show you our TitanPad. We originally did email it to each other, although this is another thing which I didn't really like about TitanPad. The emails disperse straight away. But this is our TitanPad here. I didn't like it really very much because when you go to import a file, like I'll do now, there we are. If you press import now, it doesn't work. So that's why I've had to copy and paste everything I wrote here. And this is all my task, and to me that looks really quite messy and hard to understand. So if we wanted to talk to each other, we would just write down here, and then we could discuss any problems that we thought, or any improvements, or things that we actually liked about TitanPad, although I didn't really like it very much at all. So I'll just go back into my Outlook. So then we went on to use Dropbox. So Frankie emailed me. Just click that here. So hi there, Frankie wants to share some files in Dropbox with you. So when you click onto View Folder, that will take you to this page here. It was really nice, really similar to OneDrive. We did collaborate slightly on it, although our favourite was OneDrive, so we didn't actually do too much collaboration on Dropbox. It was really good, although you only get a certain size amount of storage on here, which is a bit of a shame. So we did prefer OneDrive. So then I'll just get up the rest. Okay, so now we'll look at OneDrive. So I'll just go to my Google account and click on my OneDrive. So here are all my files that are all mine. I haven't got many on there, but there's plenty of storage there. We've got 1.1 terabytes available. So when we go into shared, you can see that me and Frankie have shared together all of our tasks. So here's what I've shared with her. My Excel spreadsheet. And I'll just click review so that I can see any comments that Frankie might have made. So she said that I've got a bold title. I'm sure she may have struggled to find things to comment on with our Excel. Okay. So So I'll just go back into this, my how-to guide. I know that Frankie's written a few things on there for me, therefore she's collaborated a little bit with me. So she's commented good things on here, headers with new topics, and I've replied, and I took some of her advice on board. A lot of it was quite good feedback, but I was quite glad for her to give me some improvements. She told me that this paragraph in here, that was all put together, so she said that I should paragraph it, which was a really good idea. There we go, so more comments again, and then my report that I needed to adjust. I'll show the comments. So again, Frankie's written good things about my my piece of work, and I've replied to some of them. Some of those comments I had already written on there before I had shared with Frankie. So I'll just find some others that she may have written. Yeah, there's not a lot on there. So then I'll show you how I wrote on some of Frankie's tasks. Okay, so what I did is I edited this in Word Online. Then it can all be done over OneDrive, and I just find it a lot easier. I pressed review, show comments. So I've commented a few times on there, and what I did was just highlighted the piece of work, pressed new comment, and then typed what I needed to write. Post. So Frankie hasn't responded to any of mine yet, but I'm sure she will, or if not, that's okay. She'll still be able to read it. And then, so not so much, she did share a few other things with me, but they are kind of irrelevant because we just had to share tasks 1 to 4. So then she did share with me through email. I'll just find that now. So she just posted it over an email to me. I then replied with lots of writing. So I'll just go back. I'll just view her Excel document, as I did write on this as well. Okay, comments. Okay, maybe not this one. Edit in browser. Okay, so I did actually comment on Frankie's work, although for some reason I can't seem to find any of the comments that I wrote. Although I do remember a few things that I had written. So this part here I had written, I'll just do it now. Maybe put a space above this to separate the paragraphs, as this is what has been done throughout the rest of the report. That might be something that I'd have to look out for again with OneDrive. Maybe later on today I'll be able to find the document that I had commented on. So I just wanted to put that here as well. I think that's the same one actually. I knew there were a few in there. have a look. So I can comment on this and say, good choice of image, post. Here. So I'm just going to write a few comments and then I'll show you at the end. Okay, so after we had shared all of our tasks through OneDrive, we then went to share our Prezi presentation together. So this is my one here, and to share that with Frankie, I can't actually get it on the email as it's through Prezi software that do it for me. But what I did was click share, scroll down, and there she is. I commented and sent her a Prezi there, and it says she can edit and view it, so she would have received a notification from me. So when she did look at it, she commented on it and said what she thought of it, which was really helpful. And then towards the end of our task, she also wrote a little bit more through an email to me. This is the email here. So she started talking about my Prezi presentation first, saying I've included lots of good information. At the time I hadn't referenced it or done a voiceover, so she did recommend that I do that as well. She also said that she'd added comments on my OneDrive, saying that I'd chosen Microsoft Word really well. My how-to guide was thought out sensibly and it was packed with helpful information. So you can just read through this and see what she had said to me. After that, I then replied back to her about her Prezi presentation and all of her tasks. So I'll just pop that there. So I really liked Microsoft Word. It was brilliant because you can just write everything and organise things perfectly. Verbal presentation, I liked Prezi. Originally Frankie had used PowerPoint, but she did like Prezi as well. It was a little bit hard to get used to at first, but afterwards I think it's really interesting, and with colleagues I think it's much more eye-catching and they'll enjoy it a lot more than a PowerPoint presentation. It's also a lot more fun to make. The Excel spreadsheet was brilliant. It's good to easily analyse figures, and it's all neat and compact and organised. And again, Microsoft Word, I just written what I thought of that. So I've now finished showing you how me and Frankie collaborated together. I just wanted to show it through a screencast-o-matic, which I thought was really easy to show all the different areas that we collaborated all together, so then it's all in one compartment. Screencast-o-matic has been really good. It allows us to talk over it. I've also used it within my Prezi presentation to add a voiceover to make that a verbal presentation. So I think I'll definitely be using it again. It would really help businesses because it means that other employees can have a look at the screencast-o-matic. They don't have to be in the same country, they don't have to be in the same room, they can even join the team later date and just watch it back. You can watch it back at home. You can also collaborate using OneDrive to share this screencast-o-matic, and you can use all the softwares that we used with screencast-o-matic as well. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.